is yet to come. That's the warning tonight from Georgia's Department of Health after yet another child has died from flu this week.
According to the latest update from state officials, so far this flu season, 66 people have died here in Georgia. That includes 2 children, in addition to the 15-year-old from Cross Keys High School in DeKalb County who died Sunday.
Now, in the metro area alone, more than 1,100 have been hospitalized from the flu. 65% of them are people over the ages of 50.
And health officials warn we haven't even seen the peak of flu season.
Our flu activity here in Georgia has been widespread and very high for the previous 7 weeks, and it actually still appears to be increasing. It doesn't look like our flu activity has actually peaked yet in Georgia.
Schools are reporting that absentee rates like they've never seen before because of this flu, and there seems to be no stopping it right now. It forces them to come up with new plans to try to keep students safe. 11 Alive's Joe Hankey is live near Cross Keys High School to explain what is a very vexing situation for educators all across the state trying to keep them healthy.
And Jeff, that 15-year-old who died over the weekend, he was a sophomore here at Cross Keys High School in DeKalb County, and he died after the Georgia Department of Public Health gathered its most recent flu-related number, so his death is not included in that 66 being reported by the department right now, a number by itself historically, which is already alarming. Classmates described 15-year-old Miguel Martinez as a smart and friendly high school student. He died over the weekend, becoming the first flu-related death this season in the DeKalb County School District.
That was the fear that I had, given the almost epidemic proportions that we've had, not just in the district, but across the country.
Our flu activity here in Georgia has been widespread and very high for the previous 7 weeks, and it actually still appears to be increasing.
This afternoon, during the latest Georgia Department of Health flu update, Dr. Sherry Drenzik said in Georgia, we are now in week 11 of this flu season. An average season is 16 weeks long, but can go as long as 20 weeks, meaning several more weeks of flu activity are most likely ahead. A point of concern is the 66 flu deaths confirmed by the state, especially when compared to past years at this same point.
The highest that we have documented in at least a decade, as a matter of fact, is higher than the 2009-2010 pandemic year.
And Dr. Drenzik says she expects the number of deaths to increase. Places where she says prevention is needed the most include schools.
For such an active flu season like this one, we are seeing, again, clusters of influenza and outbreaks of influenza in schools and in long-term care facilities all across the whole state.
That is why DeKalb County and other school districts are continuing to take preventative steps.
We've had a full court press on that whole process of using hand sanitizers and making sure that the buildings are scrubbed down, etc.
We watched last evening as staff disinfected desk after desk. DeKalb County schools are using twice as much disinfectant as usual as they try to cut down on the number of flu cases. And here in DeKalb County, the school district's superintendent is urging parents, if your child has flu-like symptoms, keep them home. The district is also sending home information and tips to parents on the virus. Meanwhile, the Department of Public Health is telling anyone 6 months and older, if you have not got the flu shot this year with several more weeks of activity still expected, go ahead and get that shot as your best step to be preventative against the flu virus. Reporting in DeKalb County tonight, I'm Joe Hankey, 11 Alive News.
All right, Joe, thank you. One Minnesota lawmaker is getting ready to introduce a bill that could help fund research for a universal flu vaccine. Senator Amy Klobuchar announced she's working with other U.S. lawmakers on the bill, set to come out within the next couple of weeks. She says the goal is to develop a vaccine that covers more strains of the flu and is effective for longer periods of time.
This research would help us to develop a universal vaccine that would help protect people from all variations of the flu.
And we know you have a lot of questions about the flu, from symptoms to where you can still get a vaccine. So we have created a special guide on 11alive.com/flu. It's everything that you need to know about the flu season and how to protect your family.